Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Powers from 2nd grade, and I'm here with my friend Mrs. Campbell from 3rd grade, and today we're bringing you the Watch It Grow program sponsored by the Pennsville Education Association. So everybody will be bringing this Watch It Grow kit home.
Yes, okay, so what you're going to need to do this is the kit, okay, some water, just about a glass full of water, a marker if you have one, or crayons or pencil, and a tablespoon. And if you don't have an actual tablespoon, you can just find a spoon from your drawer. Just like this would work just fine, okay? So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open the box. All right, and you're gonna see all kinds of things in there. You're gonna take out the 3 seed packets and just put them to the side for now. And you're gonna take out the 3 wooden stakes and you're gonna put those to the side for now. Okay, we don't need those yet. So the first thing we need to do after this is to take these soil pods, okay, and we're gonna place one in each part of the container. Now, the little trick that we've just realized is that it should be, you'll see on the soil pod that there's one side that has more coating on it and one side that has a hole. You want the whole side to be up. So you want to place the pod in so that this side is facing up, okay? Put them all in there just like that.
Okay, see how we have the little opening.
Perfect. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and put some water on each of the soil pods. And it says about 2 tablespoons, but Mrs. Powers and I realized that we need just a little bit more. So you're going to put a couple spoonfuls of water on each seed pod and just put it right on top. It's just water. And you're going to do this for each one.
So you have 6 pods.
Okay. And what's going to happen is the soil is going to expand, which means it's going to get larger. And it will take some time. So when we're finished, we'll have you pause the video. Okay, so I put about 2 spoonfuls, and I might go around and put a little bit more in each. And you're gonna see that the soil is already getting wet, okay? And now's the tough spot. We have to wait for about 10 to 15 minutes. So we're gonna ask that you go ahead and pause this video right now. Go ahead and hit pause and wait for your soil so the pods are gonna get bigger.
And expand.
They're gonna expand, okay? All right, we'll see you in about 15 minutes.
And we're back.
And we're back. Okay. So when they are finished expanding, they will look like, I'm going to take one out here, Mrs. Powers. They're going to get bigger, like this.
They've really expanded. You can see they've popped up in our little carton here.
And then what you're going to need to do is either with your spoon or one of the little wooden stakes, you're going to go ahead and kind of mess up the dirt a little bit. You're gonna poke around and you're gonna make it so that the dirt is a little fluffier. The soil is a little fluffier. Okay, you're just gonna go ahead and rough all that up a little bit, kind of keeping the soil pod intact, but the top of it, you're trying to dig up a little bit.
Because
okay?
eventually you'll be able to pick out your pod and put this right in the ground with your herb. So we loosen the top up.
Awesome. Now this part gets a little tricky because these seeds are very tiny.
Teeny tiny.
Very tiny. And you're gonna put, so there's 3 kinds of seeds. We have parsley, we have thyme, and we have sweet basil. So you're going to put, so there's 3 seed packets and 6 soil pods. So that means 2 soil pods could be for each herb, okay? So you're gonna start with 1 seed packet. What do we have there, Mrs.
We
Powers?
have parsley.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm going to empty out the seeds, and they're teeny, teeny,
You gotta get your little pinchers
teeny,
out.
teeny, tiny seeds. And Mrs. Campbell told us we need to put this into 2 pods. So I'm going to sprinkle my little seeds here into the first 2 pods in the carton.
And that's it. And then you can just go ahead and with your finger, just cover them up a little bit, okay? Because they need to be about a 1/4 inch down But if you cover it with your finger and kind of push it down, or use your...
Or you could use your little stake. We wrote parsley. So now I know my first two are going to be parsley.
And you can go ahead and take your marker. We already wrote it down, but you can write parsley on one of the wooden stakes right now and put it in one of the soil pods. That way you know that that is parsley.
Okay.
Awesome. And then we're going to take our next seed packet, which is thyme. Okay, thyme, and we're going to empty it out. These are really tiny.
These are really tiny, and they look almost the same color as our soil. So again, Mrs. Campbell told us to put these in 2 pods. One in the front, one in the back. And they're going to be really hard to see as I'm sprinkling them in here because they look a lot like the soil.
And then again, you're
And
just
that was thyme.
And then you can go ahead and take your marker and write thyme on there so that you know what you're covering. Then you're going to cover it back up. Okay, you want to push the seeds down, not very far, just about 1/4 inch. Okay, very little bit. And then put your wooden stake into one of the pods. So now you can see we have parsley and thyme. And parsley's in these 2 and thyme's in these 2. Okay, and then our last one is sweet basil.
Ooh,
Yeah, this is good.
this is a good one. These look a little different. They're still pretty dark in color, but they're teeny tiny. So again, I have 2 pods left. I'm gonna put half in the first pod, half in my second pod.
And we're gonna do the same thing and cover them up so that they're down in the soil a little bit.
Sweet basil.
And then you can put your wooden stake in one of them. And there you go. And you've started your little herb garden. Now, the last thing that you're going to do is put just a little bit more water, not a lot. So take your spoon or your tablespoon again, and you're just going to put a little bit of water on top of these. And boys and girls, each day you're going to want to check on your soil pods and you're going to want to water them. But again, they are very small and delicate, so you do not need a lot of water. You can use just a spoon, okay? I wouldn't suggest pouring the water in there. That'll be a little too much. You want to use a spoon or something else that you can just put a little water in at a time.
Okay, if you forgot the directions, they are very handy right here on your kit, so you can refer to that. And as your plants go, please feel free to take some pictures and send them to us.
We can't wait to see what you're growing.
Thanks.
Bye, kids.
Bye. Hi, boys and girls.
Oh, you have to